going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So I need to learn how to manage my trades better. I think that's part of my downfall is I just don't know when to manage my trades. So I think I'm just, I'm not paying for any subscription services anymore. I don't really care what other people have to say because nobody knows what the market's going to do except for the market. So why am I going to pay somebody else who doesn't know? I mean, they could take a guess and, half the time you could be right. You got a 50-50 shot anyway, right? It's either going up or down. So I think I'm just overcomplicating things. I'm just going to try to play things simple. Simple. So I like these boxes. I like this whole box thing. Because it gives you a general area. It's not like not on the dot. You know what I mean? Because as soon as it goes past your line that you have, then you're going to start freaking out. Like, oh my god, it broke it! But at least if you have a box, it's like, okay, well, we're still within the range here. We're still within the range. I mean, you even get false breaks on these boxes too, you know what I mean? But they're a little less likely. We did get a little false break right there on GBP USD. And I could have actually ended this week in profit if I had A, not traded because I was bored, and B, managed my trades a little bit. So GBP USD, I think, and this needs to be a rule too. If it's too much too quick, take half off, at least half. Because GBP USD, I thought I saw something. I did. We got rejected here hard. It came back up, tested this area again twice. It looked like we were starting a little flag. I placed an order, a sell order, and it shot down within 8 hours. 8 hours, I was up $1,000. I should have taken half off the table right there and then just see what happens from there, because that was too much too quick. It came all the way back up and hit my stop, so I made 20 bucks instead of 500. But then I re-entered because it looked like it was slowing down. I re-entered the same position, just a tiny bit higher, and it started dropping on Friday. And I'm in profit a little bit. So this is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take it box by box. I mean, literally, that's what I'm going to do. Area of resistance, area of support. I have my overall bias. I think it needs to pull back. We had a massive run up. You know what I mean? And I think the big guys, the big buyers, they're not going to want to just pile in here. They're going to see it pull back, and then, if things still look good, then they'll push it higher. But I'm getting mixed signals here. Because if you look at Euro USD, look at this. This looks like a pennant. So it looks like this could actually push up again. It looks like maybe it broke out of the pennant a little bit there, just didn't have the momentum and came back into it. Maybe this breaks out to the downside from here. Because this, really doesn't mean anything. It's just a pattern. Usually these break to the upside, but not always. Or maybe this was the break to the upside and it failed and it came back down. This could break to the downside, or it could be a false break and then go right back up. Or it could just break down from there. Who knows? So I'm trying to look at like a few different charts and see like what I think could potentially happen. So GBP USD, it almost kind of looks like we have a flag going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See this? It's correcting downwards. But that doesn't always mean anything. That's the other thing. Like, it's just all, like... It's so crazy. Like, NZD CAD... You see this? It was correcting upwards, and I thought this was going to come back down. It never did. It just kept going. So I gotta, yeah, you gotta just kind of take things with a grain of salt and see what price does within different boxes, I guess. So my plan for this week is I'm gonna stay in GBP USD, and these are the scenarios that I could see taking place. If this is gonna drop, right? I'm thinking from somewhere over here where we're at, we'll get a quick wick up, take out these highs, and it's gonna be a wick, like a wick, and then drop. But if we don't get that, you know, that's why I have another sell order above here. So I have this sell order that I'm in. I have a stop loss set at like 14 bucks. So if it comes up and hits that, then it's gonna, I'll at least make 14 bucks. And then it will hit my second order, which is higher. So I'm always trying to get in higher, like if I'm going short. So I'm hoping if we do get a quick wick that it'll take me out of that one and then put me back in this one, and then it will drop. Or this thing could come all the way back down into this area of support, take out this low, completing this flag, and then it launches up. So when GBP USD gets back down into this box and takes out this low, I should be slightly over $1,000 in profit if it gets there. So it looks like it's kind of coming down slow right now. If it gets there, you know, I will see what happens when we hit this box. I'm going to go down to the lower time frames and really watch price. And I want to, like, if I start seeing wicks to the upside, yeah, it might even just set, yeah, I might take profit like right there. That's $1,000. Well, the rates aren't live right now, so. So yeah, that's the plan on GBP USD. Like, if this thing comes down and then breaks, well, then we'll just wait for the retest back up into this box and then continue short. But for now, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a quick wick, or I'm looking for this to come down and then possibly go back up, or this thing breaks, retests, and goes lower. So there's like a couple different scenarios there. I'm just gonna, like, literally just one box at a time. You know, see what happens there, see what happens there. If I start seeing wicks, but these are the areas of interest to me, the boxes. I don't care what happens in the middle. Don't care. Aussie USD actually looks the best, honestly. Weekly chart. Look at that. Weekly resistance trend line. We got a pin bar reversal candle on the weekly. It's not a 382, it's a 0.5, but we got a pin bar reversal candle. Doesn't mean anything really, because you can see we have a 382 pin bar right there, and it went lower. People thought it was going this way, and it went that way. So, I mean, doesn't mean anything, but it's a good sign that we have resistance trend line. Big area of weekly resistance here. It looks like we're getting rejected. Could mean that we just jump back down to there. So we're going to take it from box to box. So Aussie, you know, Aussie this week I made, I got in here, it dropped. You know, I took the 90 bucks, it came back up, I got back in thinking it looked like a flag on a lower time frame, but it wasn't. Came all the way back up. I was $330 in the hole there. Came back down. I'm basically at break even right now. So I just want to see Aussie USD come down and take out this low, and then once it does, I want to see what price does at this trend line right here. If it breaks, well, then we'll get back in at the retest and go lower. But I want to see, I need to start taking profits off the table. And this one, because it's so small I might just take the whole thing and see what happens. But GBP, yeah, maybe GBP I'll just take half off the table, like I should have done last time. If this comes down, take half off, set the rest to break even, and see what happens. It's probably what I should have done in the first place, but didn't, and cost me dearly, because if I had gotten out the whole position there, but it's impossible to time the market like that. That's the thing. I can't get worked up about it. You just can't, because it's one of those things. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So you just have to just manage it the best you can. So that's what I'm going for. Aussie and GBP are the main trades that I'm going to go for. NZD CAD, I'm going to wait for a retracement. If we get back down into this area or this area, I might buy some there, and if it drops lower, I buy some more there. And hopefully this goes up long term. I mean, we're already a third of the way back up this, and this looks bullish, big picture, so I really want to get in that. And then Aussie, New Zealand. I mean, look at this on the monthly chart. This thing was moving sideways since 2013 to 2021, and then all of a sudden it went way up, took out all these highs, and then we've got the biggest monthly bearish engulfing candle I have ever seen. That's a big one. So I'm going to look for any retracement with Aussie, New Zealand. Maybe back up into this area. If we can get a retracement back up there or something, I'm going to be all over this. Heading south. So we shall see what happens this week. Red flag news. I definitely want to be aware. It's like a mixed basket this week. We have Canadian, GBP, USD, Aussie. More Canadian, more USD, more Aussie. I mean, there's some GBP, USD. Yeah, so you see the red flag news is all GBP, Aussie, and USD. So I think those pairs are probably going to do the best this week. Aussie, USD, GBP, USD. Those two pairs, I think, will, yeah, they might do pretty good. So we'll have to see what happens. Just do the box thing and see what happens. So yeah, that's it. See you later.